You speaking English powerfully, speaking English fluently in 6 months, is it possible? Can you do it? Can you speak English fluently and powerfully in 6 months, 6 months from today? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely, yes, you can. Let's talk about what it means to be fluent and how to do it. First, let's just talk about this word fluent. Fluent in 6 months. Fluent. What does this word fluent mean? Fluent has the same root as the word fluid. Fluid means flowing or moving like water. Think of a river or a stream. How does it move? It moves smoothly and steadily. That's why I use the name spoken English, because water moves smoothly and naturally, just like how you want to speak English. So, fluency means a smooth and natural flow of words, phrases, and sentences. The opposite of fluent is speaking in a choppy, hesitant way. When we talk about fluency, we're talking about how smoothly and naturally words come out when you speak. Fluency is like flowing water. Let's talk about what fluency does not mean. It does not mean perfection. If you are fluent, it means you can have a normal conversation, but you will still make mistakes. You might make grammar mistakes or pronunciation errors. I make mistakes sometimes too. Fluency doesn't mean you speak like a native speaker. Native-like fluency is a much higher level of English. You don't need that level to speak fluently. Conversational fluency means you can communicate effectively and smoothly. Do you need a huge vocabulary to be fluent? No. For conversational fluency, you only need about 3,000 words of vocabulary. Some people say you need a little more, and some say a little less, but 3,000 words is a good average. If you can use 3,000 words in natural phrases, you're fluent for everyday conversations. Are you finished with English once you reach this level? No. You still have a long way to go if you want to be close to a native speaker, but you can be fluent in 6 months. Being fluent means you speak powerfully and naturally with smoothness and some mistakes. As long as people understand you and you communicate well, you are fluent. Now, let's talk about the next part of this fluent in 6 months. What do we mean by 6 months? Honestly, talking about 6 months might not be the best way to set a goal for speaking English. Imagine two students, one listens to English 1 hour per week, and the other listens to English 10 hours per day. After 6 months, there will be a huge difference between these two. If you only do 1 hour per week, you will not be fluent in 6 months. It's not enough time. We should talk about hours rather than days or weeks. It's the number of hours you spend learning English that's important. To get fluent in 6 months, there are two important things: quantity and quality. Quantity means the amount of time you spend learning English. Quality means how you use that time. You need both to achieve your goal. Let's talk about quantity first. How many hours do you need to become conversationally fluent? It's different for everyone, but a general number is about 700 hours of effective English learning. For some people, it might be more; for others, it might be less. If you've already studied English in school, you might have some of those hours already. You might only need 500 hours to achieve fluency. That's good news. Now, let's talk about quality. Quality is how you spend your learning time. In school, the quality might be low because you're memorizing lists or taking tests. You need to get the highest quality from every minute of your English practice. This is what the spoken English system does. Quality means being focused and concentrating every minute. If you're falling asleep or not paying attention, it's low quality. Quality also means understanding what you're learning. If you don't understand it, you're wasting your time. You need to learn things that are challenging but understandable. Another part of quality is having emotion in your learning. Positive emotions, and sometimes even negative ones, help you learn faster. This is why I use stories a lot in spoken English. Learning with excitement or passion is more memorable than just memorizing lists. A low-quality way to learn might be sitting at a desk and reading a textbook. A high-quality way involves being active, engaged, and enthusiastic. For example, learning the verb to cuddle can be done in two ways. The low-quality way is to memorize its definition from a dictionary. A high-quality way is to have a memorable, emotional experience with the word. Imagine a romantic scenario where you learn the word to cuddle through an emotional experience. This example shows how high-quality learning creates lasting memories. To achieve your English learning goals, think of English as a sport. Imagine training like a champion. For example, a normal jiu-jitsu student might train 2 to 3 times per week, while a world champion trains twice per day. A champion has more quantity in training and also higher quality in each training session. They are focused, passionate, and consistent. The same applies to learning English. You need a high quantity of study time and the highest quality in your practice. My job as an English coach is to build your confidence and help you believe in yourself. There will always be people who say you can't achieve your goals. Don't listen to them. Champions ignore negative people and focus on their goals. You can be a champion in English learning. You can speak English powerfully and fluently in 6 months. Trust yourself and commit to the process. Be a champion and use the spoken English system to practice every day. See you next time.